Now, as I'm doing this video, Nio it's down 3.6%, trading at $4.20. Leo is up 4.5%, trading at $23.62. Xpeng up 5%, trading at $14.84. Rivian down 5.8%, trading at $13.38. Lucid down 4.4%, trading at $2.90. We've got Zika finally up 2.47% and trading at $26 per stock. Tesla down 2.7%, trading at $414 per stock. Now, as I'm doing this video exactly, Nio has a market cap of 25 billion. Xpeng has got a market cap of $14.4 billion. And our very own Nio has got a market cap of $8.8 billion. Now, right now, as I'm doing this video, it appears that Xpeng is now going to have a market cap $6 billion more than that of Nio. And I mean, it's understandable, right? I mean, they are doing a good job, though obviously one thing that people still don't understand is that Xpeng is selling cheap cars while Nio is selling, of course, premium high-end cars which are difficult to sell. Yes, I know. Kudos to Xpeng. They are doing a good job, and I think Nio can do a much better job. But you know that right now on Nio, of course, they will say a lot of people, when I did the insurance registration video, they said I'm coming up with excuses, but it's a fact, guys. Nio cars are a bit old, and we are expecting to see new models from Nio coming from this March. You know that end of this March or in March, Nio will be launching or will be starting with the deliveries of their ET9, the very first Nio model to be built on the NT 3.0 model, built on a 900 high voltage architecture, which is something that is very exciting because this is the very same architecture that the Onvo L60 is built upon. It is the latest, or it's an industry leading architecture, which is something that is very, very interesting. And seeing that Onvo has it, ET9 will be having it, and all these upcoming models will be built on it, you and me can be rest assured that those models will perform at a very kind of level that we have never seen. Technology wise, I know it's not going to be compromised, and when those models start to be launched, we are definitely going to see some pretty good interesting figures of sales coming from Nio. I mean, from the very month of March, you know that March we are expecting, like I said, the ET9 starting with the deliveries, though that model won't sell that much, but I can tell you, truth be told, we can sell 3,000 on a month to month. I think so. It can get to that. Good months we can get 3,000, but of course, let's wait. Let's see how it unfolds, because already you will know that those limited edition that they Nio launched, the 999, they were sold out within the space of 24 hours, which means that for the month of March or April already we've got 1,000 deliveries ready, set, signed, sealed, delivered, and those others that they will produce will be forming part of the deliveries that already are confirmed. We don't know the orders that it has accumulated ever since, but I can tell you we should be getting some pretty good decent figures, especially at the end, at the beginning of the deliveries of this model. And this model, you know that the reason why it's so special is that, like I said, gross margins are expected to be a bit higher, or they can be a bit higher compared to any other Nio models, because number one, there are quite a number of things that Nio is building or build the technology in-house, which therefore selling 5,000 or 3,000 of these, it will make a huge difference in terms of gross margins, which that is another thing that we are expecting. And obviously there's that. Now April, you know that there's a Firefly coming. Firefly now, that is a mass market brand. Yesterday we read, of course, news of saying that the president of Firefly did indicate that, of course, their pre-orders have surpassed their expectations, and therefore means that when they do the official launch, the orders for Firefly can be expected to blow our minds. And this time around, Nio will be ready with the deliveries. It won't take 3 months for Nio to start delivering 10,000 if necessary for Firefly, which is something that we look forward to. With the third factory coming in Q3, Firefly deliveries will be handled very well. The production that will come with Firefly will be handled very well. But over and above that, there are 2 models for Onvo which are coming, the L7, L8, which are the elder brothers to that, of course, Onvo L60, and those again are going to take Onvo to what? to 30,000 monthly deliveries. At the cherry on top, second half, I think from July, we can expect deliveries of the latest Nio 2025 models, and this is something that is going to be very, very interesting, because we have seen the camouflage of the 85 Touring, we have seen the camouflage of what looks like the ES7, which we have discussed today, and boy, I must say, we can expect some pretty good decent deliveries in the second half, knowing that also second half, third quarter, we're expecting the new factory. Boy, I must say, right now it might not be making sense, right now it might not be adding up. By the way, last month, let me remind you, Nio sold over 31,000 deliveries. So the panic that we are seeing, remember that it is not even a month later after we saw Nio delivering those record breaking over 31,000 deliveries. It is still a couple of days later since we saw, of course, Nio delivering that record breaking not only monthly deliveries but quarterly deliveries. And this is what makes me to be bullish. I mean, people are panicking, of course. Insurance registrations are not doing that good, that is the truth, but we cannot quickly just forget about what Nio did in December. We cannot forget. I mean, there are no other deliveries that have been officially announced, monthly deliveries that have been officially announced, except those ones in except those ones in December. So why are we panicking? Why are we now having this bad sentiment around Nio by just the weekly insurance registrations? Yes, right now there might be some issues of demand, especially on the Nio vehicles, because of course people are waiting for new models. People might think the Nio models, it might be a waste of money to go buy the current Nio models, but we know that when ET9 comes, when Firefly comes, when they start rolling off the latest 2025 models, it will be lights out. We know that. And come on, man, I know the people will come and say I'm always defending Nio, but just 3 weeks ago Nio gave us record-breaking deliveries. Yes, Xpeng is doing well. Yes, there are some of the EV companies that are doing very well, but remember, we are still waiting for next week, where the official deliveries of Nio are going to come for January. Then we can talk. I suppose we can talk, but before then, we cannot conclude based off what we are seeing on insurance registrations, and we say that Nio is not a company that will do very well. We cannot conclude and justify why Xpeng will have a $6 billion market cap higher than that of Nio. The very same Nio that has got a technology that Xpeng does not have, and that is battery swapping station technology, the kind of technology that is set, that has a massive potential to generate tons and tons of revenue for Nio, not just from the Nio users, but also from the other non-Nio users that have partnered with Nio, that will be coming and utilize this battery swapping station, or this kind of technology that is so unique to Nio. And Nio is the only EV globally that is deploying this kind of technology. You need to see. I know right now we might be a bit short-sighted because of the insurance registrations that we've been seeing onto Nio, but let me remind you that the very same Nio, it's promised us that they are going to have 450,000 deliveries. I know some of the people, they might not be seeing this, right, based off what they are seeing right now in terms of the insurance registrations, but let me remind you that 30,000, not many people were seeing 30,000 for December when it comes to Nio. But how did Nio perform? They gave us over 31,000 vehicles for the month of December. The kind of figures that I can tell you majority of the new investors were not seeing that happen. People were not seeing that in a way that they said, at least if we can get 25,000. But Nio came and report better than what, and report exactly like I said they would execute. So this 450, I don't think Nio will be reckless. We are going to get 100% delivery growth rate on Nio, and if that is the truth, or if that is to come to pass, which it is going to, then you and me had better not be worried about where the share price is, because this ought to be making us to take this lottery trading price as an opportunity to load the boat, as an opportunity to increase more holdings, because we know we are not just investing on Nio based on the insurance registrations we are seeing, right? We are not investing Nio on that, but we are investing on Nio based off the monthly deliveries which they officially announce, based off the quarterly deliveries which they will officially announce at the end of each quarter. We cannot lose the good sentiment of Nio based off insurance registrations. Come on, man. It cannot be that bad. This is the very same Nio that 3 weeks ago gave us over 31,000 deliveries in 1 month. So please, guys, let's calm down. Let's see how things unfold. And let's see the kind of deliveries that Nio will announce next week on Saturday, when they announce officially the January 2025 deliveries. January last year, Nio had 10,000 deliveries. January this year, let's see how those figures come out. But hopefully, they come out pretty good, pretty sharp, and they grow 100%, which will be so great. If we get that, if we get any number over 20,000, it will be so good, because already Nio will be showing us the 100% growth rate which they said they will produce last year. So I'm happy, man. I'm not that worried. Instead, I'm going to take the low trading price as an opportunity to load the boat, to increase my holdings, because I know one thing, and that is blue skies coming. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like this video, and God bless you all.